Hey everyone, welcome to Louisiana Tech. I'm Dan Erickson, and I'm the designated signing official for the university. That means that I can help you with your immigration business, with questions before you arrive and also questions after you get here. So let's go over some of these points, and feel free to watch this video as many times as you think you need to, or reach out to our office to ask questions. We're always here ready to help you. So let's get started. First thing is about your I-20. So first of all, congratulations for all the steps you've taken so far. But your I-20 now you need to become familiar with. One thing you need to know is that this I-20 you have in your hand is an initial I-20. That means that it has your name, our school's name. You're going to get an F-1 visa with this I-20. And it also says how long your program is expected to last. Sometimes when people see that they're bachelor students and we put 5 years on there, they get concerned, but we put a little bit additional time on there. So don't worry, maybe you'll get done in 4, maybe you'll need an extra quarter or 2. When you get here, you're going to collect your continuing I-20 after you get enrolled, because if you don't do that, that initial I-20 is going to expire in about 21 days. And you'll be terminated in our system and the immigration system across the country. So it's very important that you register and get that new I-20 from us. When you want to leave the U.S., we need to sign the back of your I-20 to show that you're still a student here. That signature is valid for a year, and you can travel during that time with that signature. Just make sure you have a valid visa still in your passport to travel with. Next, we're going to go over the I-94. The I-94 is a document that happens when you come into the country. So when you come through customs, you're going to show your passport, and they're going to look at your passport cover page and your visa, and they're going to scan that in as you come into the country. And that's going to create an I-94 document in their system. When you get here, you can print that document out, and you need that document to be able to apply for a Social Security card if you get a job on campus, or just it's your kind of resident card that says you're in the United States on an F-1 visa. So that's important. So when you get here, stop by the ISO and take a look, and we'll help you. Now, let's see. There are certain points that you need to keep in your mind. Number 1, keep your passport valid. If your passport's about to expire, get it updated with your embassy or with a consulate. It's between you and your country, and every country has different rules. Keep your local address updated. When you move, let our office know within 10 days so that we can update your information. Number 3, maintain full-time enrollment. For undergrads, this means 8 semester hours per quarter, and for graduate students, it's 6 semester hours per quarter. You cannot drop those credits or you'll be below hours and you won't be legally here in our country. So sometimes, especially bachelor students, will take an extra class, and if they struggle in one of their classes, they're able to drop a course and still be full-time. So it depends on what you're studying and the level of study. It's important to maintain that full-time status. During your first quarter, we know you're in an adjustment period, and it's a little more flexible about dropping a class that first quarter. But and in the summer, you don't have to take any classes at all, or you could be a part-time student. It's not required. Attend the school that's on your I-20. So if you have an I-20 with our name on it, you need to come to our school. And if you do want to transfer to our school, then you would need that school to electronically transfer your record over to us. And then we would be able to create a new I-20 for you from our school. So keep your I-20 valid. There's a section called Program Start and End Date. The most important thing is that if you need extra time, we can extend your program with your advisor's permission. And you need to come to our office and say, my I-20 is running out, but I need 1 extra quarter or 2 extra quarters to finish my program. And we can do that with no problem. You can get a job on campus. but it's limited to 20 hours a week. It could be on any of the offices on campus, the police station, the library, or a third-party company on campus such as Airmart, who runs our food service, or Barnes & Noble that runs our bookstore. To do that, one of the first steps is to get hired by them and then come to our office and we can help you apply for a Social Security card, which you're going to need to do to be able to work. In the summertime, you can work 40 hours a week if that company lets you, for instance, Airmart or Barnes & Noble. But tech says that if you can only work 20 hours even in the summer. So lastly, we're going to talk about what's called curricular practical training and optional practical training. Curricular practical training is kind of a fancy legal way of saying an internship, a paid internship. So if you do get an internship for the summer and that company is going to pay you, then you need to enroll in credits. And that can be done after the first year you're here. You can't do it right away, but after one academic year, you can do an internship if you find a company that wants to hire you for the summer. And after graduation, if you want to stay and work, then you can get what's called optional practical training. That means applying for a work card, and then you'll be able to use that work card for 1 year after graduation to be able to work in your field and find a job and work here in the U.S. Sometimes that's kind of the first step toward staying here more permanently. So that's something that you need to consider and keep your records in good shape before you get to the end of your program. Well, this has been good, and I hope you regard this as kind of a starting point. We have maybe plenty of time to talk about this later when you get here, and we're right in the middle of campus, and we welcome you to come in anytime to talk about your future and your goals, and we can work together to help you reach those goals. So thanks you for letting me talk to you today. Okay? Have a safe travel.